I feel like I'm an AI power user, but every day I find new tips and tricks that even in ChatGPT take it to the next level. So here are the top 10 tricks you should know about. If you write a prompt like every day at 8 a.m., write me a social media LinkedIn post about the top new AI tools, ChatGPT is going to start setting up LinkedIn post automation. This is a brand new channel, and if you get anything from this video at all, do me a digital handshake, hit the subscribe button, and comment with where you are on your journey below. Now, it's created a task within ChatGPT that is going to run every morning. You can see it's even given itself instructions and it knows a bit about me. So it wants to write it in my Elliot's voice. It's not going to use EM dashes because I always tell it to do not to use that. Include hashtags, avoid hype, include specific capabilities, and it's going to do that every day at 8 a.m. Next, did you know if you log into ChatGPT, click on settings and then click connectors, you can connect all sorts of different things up. Then once you've connected up your Gmail, you can use deep research or agent mode to actually use your Gmail. So you could do a deep research and say something like, can you find the email where I got fired in 2020? And it can go and research and find that information for you. And did you know if you go back into your settings, hit data controls, you can see a button here which says improve the model for everyone. Now, automatically, this is usually turned on, which means it allows your content to be used to train models, which makes ChatGPT supposedly better for you and everyone else who uses it. But you might not like that privacy because it might even include your audio and video recordings. So if you're worried about your privacy, you're going to want to turn this switch off. Now, ChatGPT secrets you should know part 4. If you go onto the right hand side here, click GPTs and search for Canva, you can prompt it to start creating anything you want, and it will start using Canva to design and drop those back straight into your ChatGPT chat, so you don't even have to think about it. Plus, you can open these up and take them straight and start working on them in Canva to improve your designs there too. Now, if you want more content, you can come back into GPTs and use AI Humanizer to get ChatGPT to write anything and then get it to sound more like human content in seconds. So you can now come and take your generic AI outputs from ChatGPT, put them into this humanizer, and it's going to change it from boring to interestingly written. But if you want to avoid having to do all of this altogether, you could just go into your settings, you could go to personalization and set custom instructions. Now, if you type you are an expert, you are skeptical, and you do research, don't just be a yes man to me, give honest, balanced feedback, it's going to change the output of ChatGPT. You can see here, usually, if you were to ask ChatGPT, can you write me a blog post about SEO? It would just go and start writing. Now I've told it not to just be a yes man and do what I tell it, actually to push back. And it says, got it, but let me push back before I jump straight in. We need some more information. What should we talk about? The angle. How should we outline this blog post? Should we get some ideas going? It's not just jumping into the task, it's being more analytical and acting as a co-pilot rather than a yes man. If you want a shortcut secret in ChatGPT, come into the home window, get started, just hit / and you're going to get all these different options pop up. And there's even something called agent mode. Now, agent mode almost allows ChatGPT to use the internet like you would as a person. You could even use a prompt like use Uber Eats to place a pizza order that would feed approximately 10 people, and it will start doing that job by opening up its own window, looking for the local area and finding the best pizza restaurants. You can see it's found Uber Eats' websites and it's going to start browsing for what we want. Pretty cool. Now, if you're looking for a job while you're waiting for your food order to come or to pay for it these days, you can jump back into GPTs. You could say resume builder, open up this GPT and start chatting with it. Now, you can click adapt my resume in this tool and then paste in or upload your resume along with a job description, and it's going to be able to then pull out and tailor your resume to that job description so you don't have to do it by hand. For example, it's noted that there's a particular tool that this job wants and it adds it to your resume to make sure you've got that keyword and that skill included. Now, did you know it's actually really easy to create these type of custom GPTs as well? All you got to do is come over to the left here, click GPTs, then come up to the top right and click create. And you don't have to configure anything yourself. You can just ask it what you want to build. And you don't even have to be that great at prompting or creative to create one of these. You can just use this dictate button to say what you want to build. For example, can you create a GPT that allows me to add a business plan into it, and then the GPT goes through and analyzes it for its strengths and weaknesses and where we could improve it. Now you can see it's set up our GPT to accept a business plan in a PDF, text, or document, then critique the strengths, weaknesses, and start fixing key metrics in there. And once you've confirmed all of this, it's going to go and even create a profile picture for it. So it's all just ready to go for you to start using in your business. You can hit create, and you can even add it to the GPT store if you want other people to use it, keep it for yourself, or share it with people with a link. And there you go. In a matter of barely even a minute, you can actually start building your own custom GPTs to achieve what you want. One thing I love to do with ChatGPT is see what it knows about me so I can make sure it stays updated with what I'm working on. So if you go into your settings, you can actually see what ChatGPT knows and doesn't know about you in this personalization area. You can make sure it's referencing your saved memories and your saved chat histories. Dip into there and you can see everything that ChatGPT has remembered about you. I've got a few specific memories that I've asked it to remember here, but it'll actually learn a lot more about you as well. And if you want to know sort of everything and break down what it remembers about you and how you work, you can simply ask, what do you know about me? And this might be a bit terrifying to some people, or it might be helpful to others, but it knows who I am, what I do, and all about my business. It can go on and on for quite a while about how I work and what I like to do based on the chats we've talked about. Now, the other thing you can do with this as well is actually give it some information. You could say, I love to use Canva for design. Please remember this. If you use a prompt like this, it's actually going to go and update its saved memory, add that specifically into its memory there so that it can keep it front of mind when you're talking about related subjects in everything you do. And this final one, I think a lot of people will love, because if you're using ChatGPT 5 and you're kind of fed up with it and you wish you could go back to the older ones, you can click in the top left here, scroll down, and you can use legacy models. You can go back to using GPT 4.0, which for some people, they prefer it a whole lot more.